All right, thank you.
What the heck? Actually, let me see those notes. Oh, Spanish.
Kind of like vacation, like talk, kind of like.
Ooh,
Worst
airline. Let's go. Fucking 30.
Clear my throat.
Okay, ¿todo bien?
Yeah.
Okay. Pues dale.
We're ready?
Yeah. We're starting.
Hold on.
In 3, 2, 1. Time. Do.
We're here. Welcome back, guys. We are back. We are Chisme Compas. My name is George.
I'm Alex.
Lecky.
We got Lecky today with us.
Shout out Lecky for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
bro.
having me, dude.
No problem, G.
This is exciting.
What is this? Episode 13, right?
Yes.
Yes, Fucking guy.
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Who's Lecky, bro? Wait, first of all, tell me what your name means, bro.
Camera. My name?
Yeah.
Technically, what's funny is that if you like translate it, it's Alex.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, it comes from what? From Greek, no? Alexander or like something like that?
So my
Aleko?
name, no, it's just Lek. So like pure just Albanian. But like Alexander the Great, we call him Lecky the Great.
Oh, no way. For real?
So basically the same thing.
Yeah,
You guys have
literally.
the same.
I guess. I didn't know
Because I
that.
remember like for my brother, I'd ask my dad like, what does his name mean? He's like, oh, that's like the name of like older like Illyrian people, the Dardans. That's my brother's name. And then like my cousin.
Mhm.
So 3 of my cousins, one is named, like if you translate it, one is named Life, the other one Fire, the other one Giant. And he is a giant.
He has a giant.
He's tall.
So wait, so what would be the translation for a John?
A John?
Yeah. Or like the
Yun.
name John. Huh?
John
Yun?
without an H.
Yon.
Because it's like the J for us is a Y. Like it makes the Y.
What about for
sound.
George?
Jedge?
Jet.
It'd be like GJ ERGJ.
GA
GJ
GJ
ER
ER
GJ.
GJ. Yeah,
Judge.
that's crazy.
Because the
Jet.
the GJ makes the J sound.
Have you ever been to
George.
George.
It almost sounds Italian.
Turkey has a lot of freaking different letters too, bro. Like
Oh,
they have
yeah, they
like
just
some
make shit
different sounds and like consonants and shit.
Yeah, they have the weird. Like, for one, it's like one of those languages like they speak fast as fuck,
Yeah.
so it's hard as shit to understand.
Have you seen this video? So the people going with the cones like this and people trying to catch that.
Bro, I've yet to actually have a dude do that. I want to so bad.
Bro, I want to go to Turkey one day. Like,
It
you
would
know,
be
fly
fun.
to Turkey and then just like see what the fast is about. Stay there for like a week and then come back again.
It's fun, especially if you go to like Istanbul. They have like these 3 islands right outside of it that are like the old Beverly Hills of like Turkey.
No way. Is that where the
Oh,
big
fancy.
palace is? Because there's a big palace over there, no? Or some shit like
I have
that.
no idea.
I don't know.
Yes,
But
Where would you go?
I don't know. Like your
Travel.
dream vacation?
Yeah, like
Italy.
travel.
I would love to go to Italy.
Italy.
I think it's kind of like what small little country, but I feel like there's so many things to do.
I think it's
Is it a country?
Italy.
I don't even know. See, last episode we were talking about like adjectives, verbs, and noun. And I was like,
Adjective is like, isn't it his, her, they, them?
uh,
Oh, I showed
and I'm like-
Lecky.
and I'm like, I don't know. See, like I'm not really good with history or like geography and stuff like. Is it geography? See, I don't even know.
Yeah,
But yeah, my dream like destination would be like Italy.
it's a beautiful place.
So yeah.
What about
What
you,
about
Lecky?
you?
I want to go. I mean, obviously Japan. That would be fucking insane.
Japan.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
True.
Just like anything you go to like buy there or see there, there's like 40 versions of it. Like you want Kit Kats, they got 40, 50
Mm.
flavors. You want to have like a
Chips.
corn dog, chips. Chips are fucking insane.
I see.
Those are the ones that like they have flavor combos I've never even thought about.
Is it Japan where you can rent people to like date? basically. Yeah,
What?
right? You rent a person, bro. You rent a person, and then they'll be like they'll be your girlfriend or boyfriend for like a day or how as many hours as you need them. And then you literally pay them to like be on a date with you. And you can choose anybody, bro. Well, anybody that's on the app.
So it's like a version of sugar daddy, sugar mommy.
Pretty much, I think.
But like it's actually sanctioned.
Like-
Like you also have like a cuddler. You can
Oh,
have
yeah.
somebody come just to cuddle you.
Somebody rented a fat, like
Damn, I need
big,
to go to
tall
Japan.
Japanese, bro. And then he was just like, can I pay you to carry me on your back? I was like, yeah. And then he got him on his back and started running.
See, that sounds like a good time.
Hell yeah. I just would love
Imagine.
to see how clean it is over there. Everything is maintained, nice.
Technology,
That too.
That's like very advanced.
imagination.
That would even be a cool thing, like in because they got a place in China that has the same thing. They just
China?
have like imagine a flea market, but it's all like phone parts.
Oh, yeah. I seen that. I seen
You
that.
can build a phone from scratch.
What the hell?
You can build anything in China from scratch, pretty much.
Just don't get stuck.
It's the mother of where everything comes from, bro.
I mean,
Oh yeah, literally everything.
Everything you see made in China. Made in China. I'm like, what the hell?
Speaking of vacation, when you guys go on vacations, like when you pack, how do you guys pack? Like what?
Oh, what do you put in the
like? What are your
the
necessities?
luggage? Necessities,
That's
like,
what we're
okay.
Fuckload of underwear,
Yeah.
just in case.
in case you pee, in case you poop.
As
You
many
poop?
t-shirts as I can, and then hygienic shit.
Mm.
But like for traveling, I've never done like a short term, like just like a little vacation travel. So I always think of like the big luggage,
Yeah.
and it's like in that I can pack whatever I need.
Yeah.
Be able to stay there for like years.
For sure. I think you're like in the where I think pretty much every dude is like bunch of t-shirts because mostly like pants you can just mix and match with anything.
Let's be honest.
I did
Pants, you
forget
put
pants.
like 2 pairs. Because you'll wear the same pants twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like pants you could just mix and match like with anything. But then like you need a couple t-shirts and a bunch of underwear, like you said, just in case.
True.
And socks.
And you think they got laundry?
Does that count as underwear? Huh?
Think they got laundry mats in Italy?
I think so.
Like where would I wash my
Oh.
shit?
Dude,
I
have you
hope
seen
they
that?
do,
They
bro.
have like different like
In
outlets.
the river.
Like they don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
like they have like you have to buy it like take adapters for you to like plug your stuff
they
from
have
here.
different adapters. Like rounded ones.
Mhm.
I was like, what the fuck? The one we found somewhere. It has different it has different plugs, bro, to connect like either Australia, Europe, or like America.
Mm.
So like you can pop both of them out or like once. I mean, you pop one of them out and it'll be for different like outlets in like different areas of the world. That's just cool.
That's a great thing to find, huh?
Right,
Mhm.
bro.
Really
I
handy.
know. Very lucky.
Fucking
But on my luggage, what
What would you take? What would you take? Yeah.
I think like essentials will be toothpaste, toothbrush.
I forgot that.
But I feel like you okay, but you can buy that like
Oh,
Somewhere
okay,
else,
okay,
yeah.
but okay. So what do you take? It like what?
something that you need. You're for sure like
Deodorant,
yeah, because that's like
deodorant, shampoo.
well, you can just
Oh.
buy that somewhere else.
Okay, so what the fuck are you talking about then?
Like stuff-
yours,
yeah,
like
like-
accessories, clothes, things that are just yours.
Oh,
that you're gonna
personal,
come
Like
back
that you
from.
can't find that you're like
Uh,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this in another country.
Or like, let's say you're going there, and if
Yeah.
you were to get stuck there, what
Yeah.
would you bring?
Yeah.
Like necessities.
Liquor, food.
We can't put
Food.
food in the luggage.
Oh, you're talking on the luggage. I mean, I don't pack nothing but clothes, bro.
Exactly.
I don't pack nothing but clothes, and then obviously, like I said, my necessities. But other than that,
Laptop, charger.
no, I don't take my laptop, bro.
Why not?
Because first of all, I know that I'm not gonna use it. You know, I'm not gonna be able to use it because I'm on vacation.
True.
And second of all, I leave that shit here because I'm like, I take that as work shit, you know? So I'm like, I'd rather leave it at home. But
Yeah.
I do want to take my PS4 sometimes. But I'm
Yes.
like, nah, if I lose it, that's it, man.
Lose it.
Bro, you're on vacation. How are you gonna be playing in vacation?
That is true too. But you never know. Late at night.
Shit,
Die,
I've done it.
motherfucker.
And when I was a kid, just because like once we're done for the day, parents are in there trying to sleep. It's like
What do
I can't
do?
fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I'm fucking
Exactly.
hyped
But
up,
now you got the Switch. And the Switch is a lot more
Oh.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You can carry that shit
Practical.
anywhere. Practical.
Mm.
That you can carry that shit anywhere, bro. In the airplane, in the bus. You just gotta be really careful where you take it to.
Mhm. You gotta just snatch
You take
out
it
of
in the
your
train, you're probably gonna get robbed. Especially in the red line, motherfuckers.
Oh, what was I gonna ask you guys? So talking about like vacation, like airline wise,
Yeah.
what do you think is like the worst airline? Let's do like the from worst to like the best airlines. I think the worst is probably
I
like
haven't been in too many, but for me it would be Spirit.
Spirit
Like the
blows.
worst.
no Frontier. Have you done Frontier?
Frontier blows.
I don't think so.
Frontier, it's like Frontier is worse than Spirit because Spirit. So you know how they have like the luggage sizes that you can bring on, like what's considered your carry-on.
Mhm.
For Spirit, you can carry like the gym bags and it'll fit right in the carry-on. And then from Frontier, it's like you can bring maybe like a book bag, and that barely even fits.
But is it only like domestic flights? Like just from like somewhere in the US to another place? In the
Yeah,
US?
from the like I've flown from Illinois to Arizona,
Mhm.
and the first time I went, I took Spirit and I took my gym bag with like clothes because I'm like I'm going for a couple of days, like everything fits in there.
Mhm.
It fit on the carry-on, so I didn't have to pay. And then I went the next time I went this past year, I took Frontier and my bag didn't fit. And I'm like, no, it should fit. Like I've done it before.
For
And then I got there and I'm
$100
like, yeah, no. And then I had to pay $126 to take it there, and then $126 to bring it
They
back.
finesse your ass.
And I'm like, and that's
You know-
because I bought it
Right.
last minute because I thought it was gonna fit.
But that's how they make it cheaper. They tell you like, yeah, we'll send you the flight cheaper, but then you got to pay for this, you got to pay for
Yeah.
luggage, you got to pay for that. I'm like, bro,
See,
at that point, I might as well
Yeah.
fucking pay the whole thing at the other airline then.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
But
exactly. Because my flight was like $80 round trip.
that's what I'm saying.
So I was like, oh, and then I get there and I'm like, oh, well.
And
Make
the
it
other one was
300.
300, but I was all included
Mhm.
or 400. Nah, but yeah, but to me, a Spirit, Volaris.
Volaris is like a Mexico.
Or Mexican league.
Never flown.
I mean, yeah, never flew there.
I've flown to Mexico, but
I
I've
don't-
never flown that airline.
I don't think they do local like flights unless it's like
No.
a stop somewhere.
No. It's just straight to Mexico. I think Volaris is just straight Mexico.
Okay,
I think.
I don't know.
Don't ask me because I'm
What
not
about
good.
you?
Oh, I think the worst. I'm saying Frontier, Spirit, probably Volaris, then like Delta, and then like no, actually American Airlines,
Yeah.
and then Delta.
Because like both United and American, I think not only are they shit, but like they've
Mhm.
had the most accidents.
Exactly. That's what I was
Oh,
gonna
no
say. I was like,
way.
actually, wait, they've had the most accident.
Yeah, each one I think it's like one has had like like United I think had like 12 or 15 because like technically they own another airline. I forgot the name, and they've had like 3 crashes, and so
But
like,
it's, like, the
total is like
same.
15.
Imagine they go like to the Junkers to get airplanes. Like they'd be like they'd be the type of like company to like buy used
Yeah, a lot of them.
That-
do.
yeah,
raw
that's
materials and
what
then
it
reuse
is.
them again and be like, yeah, take it. That's good.
Mhm.
No, but a lot of the airline companies, that's what they do. Like they get old planes and then just kind of clean
Repair
them
a
up
little
and then
bit, right?
like rebrand it and then good to go. Let's go.
Yeah, and then it's falling apart
Exactly.
for
And then
$80
it's
fucking
like-
dollars. Hey, hey, George in the plane so fucking happy because he only paid $80.
The whole time you're like, oh, turbulence the whole ride.
Hey, bro, have you ever had turbulence in an airplane?
Bro,
That is the worst, bro.
we had one. We were in Vegas and we're taking off. And I don't know if it was because like the wind was blowing towards us when we were taking off. Either way, they decided like right as we take off, we're going steep as fuck. And they go, like, okay, now time to make a left turn. To turn around.
So you're like,
we're leaned back, tilted. I'm just sitting there like, trying to laugh, act like a fucking tough kid. But then fucking, it was moments like that. My parents were telling me like they've had, where especially in Europe, because there's a lot of mountains,
Yeah.
a lot of turbulence.
Oh.
That my dad was saying, like, those like bush, like fucking bushcraft planes that like they're really small, big tires underneath, like they fly them in Alaska to get mail over there.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen them.
They're like these tiny planes that can fit maybe like 3-4 people, and
Yeah,
then the
yeah,
rest
yeah.
is just kind of storage for it.
Okay.
Mm.
And they were flying in a plane that was a little bigger than that, and flying from I think fucking like Bulgaria to Switzerland or something. And they said like, oh, we were convinced like we're just gonna die because like they're flying over the mountains and it's shaking so violently that my daddy's like, yeah, like I fully like accepted like I might die right here.
This is my destiny.
Like, well,
Eh,
I accepted it.
at least the view's nice,
can I
At
get a
least I only
drink?
paid $80.
Get a drink.
Put it on the credit card. I'm not gonna pay it off anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I saw on TikTok there's like some lady was explaining like how turbulence works. So she said it's like imagine the plane is like in the middle of Jello, and you know how when you like move Jello it like kind of shakes.
Yeah.
So she's like, when you're in an airplane and you're in the air, that's basically what it is.
My shit, god damn it.
What, mom? answer. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, don't answer.
Wasabi.
Where you at?
The podcast?
Oh shit! All right, for sure.
I bet.
All right, bye.
I don't know.
I'll leave that on.
I thought he was gonna stay on talk a little bit.
Never mind.
Yeah,
What
you
was I
shouldn't have
gonna
told him. You shouldn't have told him where you were at. You should just
Just see what he's
It was like chill. They should have been like chilling.
chilling.
Call him back. No, I'm just kidding.
For turbulence, like you ever seen those videos where they'll get like a syringe with like ink and they spray it into like a tub of water?
Oh yeah,
And you see
yeah,
it
yeah.
spread. That's
Yeah.
literally like exactly what turbulence looks like.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah. So apparently they said don't be scared of turbulence because it's literally you're just in the air, but it's like you're literally like you can't go down just like that. Like the only reason the plane would go down is for like actual plane malfunction, not because of the air, because there's like air going this way and this way
Oh.
and like from all ways. So you're just in the middle of like jello.
Right.
And even though like you know how you feel turbulence, it feels like it's shaking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
crazy. Plane's only moving like an inch or two. But because
Really?
you're going like 500 miles an hour,
makes sense, that
every
makes
little
sense.
shake, like
Right. Makes sense. It's like hitting a speed bump where you're fucking driving and shit.
exactly.
Or like when you're in a step van and you hit a bump and you're
a
like,
bump. You're like,
Exactly.
oh fuck.
Flying
The
everywhere.
And then the
back
bump is like this
vibrating.
fucking deep.
yeah, the same thing. I think.
It's literally the same.
Yeah. I
You're
feel
only
you.
moving inches at a time.
Nah, that'd be scary, bro. I'll be fucking scared to death. Have y'all seen that show, Lost?
Yeah.
Bro. I've been thinking about that shit every time I fly, bro. What if I fall asleep? I wake up and I'm in the fucking island and shit,
You
bro.
sleep through the crash.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like,
Like,
damn.
I'm a little thirsty. Like I could maybe get some like airplane peanuts.
And then I get out. No, bro. Then
you
get out.
open the door. You're not even thinking. Like,
You're like, huh?
Where am I?
What the fuck? Ontoy.
no, this whole week I've been just watching airplane crash like analysis videos. Hello.
That's
I've
the
been
pay.
watching just airplane like crash videos where like they explain why it happened. And it's like now I'm thinking like, am I gonna fly again?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
that
why not?
dude. The worst is when you're like, let's say you're about to get on a flight and then like you're just chilling, like waiting for your flight to board, and you go on TikTok and it's like, oh, a plane just crashed, and it's like, why would this come on my for you
No,
right
you
now?
know what? I think I'm gonna wait for the other plane.
Exactly.
Matter of
I'm
fact,
good at
I
this
don't even want a vacation no more. I'm just gonna stay home.
I'll take the bus. Take the bus 3 days to
across the
fucking come
country.
back. Uh-huh.
Take the freaking bus across the country. I'm okay.
Would you
heard
rather
that-
travel in bus or an airplane though? Like, let's be
Airplane.
realistic. Airplane.
Yeah, I heard it's more dangerous to drive than to actually fly.
Yeah.
There's way more accidents on the road.
hmm
Not just accidents. There's a lot of people on the road.
Bro, get on a Blue Hound bus, Greyhound, or whatever.
Right. Could turn right real quick, bro.
They'll
Yeah.
turn real quick, but also like you don't know who the fuck you're sitting next to.
Yeah.
Like some dude just hopped in, like he just found a ticket, or like he got somebody to buy him a ticket. Like you don't know who you're sitting next to.
Yeah, you're right. Imagine you like, let's say you're driving, right? Your own car, and then you're like traveling in the middle of the fucking road, and then out of nowhere, like you hear the music, like staticky and shit. You turn, you see the fucking visor behind you, and then you see a fucking person in there, bro. And you were supposed to be riding by yourself.
You're like,
Oh,
dude,
I've
I
heard
would just go-
stories like that.
Fuck it.
Dude.
well, I'm gonna.
I guess I'll see you in the other world.
Well, we're both gonna go.
You got your seatbelt on?
Right?
No, fucking. I've seen stories where people like report the same thing, where it's like they're driving, tired as fuck, and they all of a sudden like you're falling asleep, kind of trying to keep yourself awake.
Yeah.
And like I've heard story. Either one I've heard a lot is like truckers. They see like a little
Oh.
black dog on the side of
A
the
black
road.
dog?
Well, yeah, I've heard that.
And it's
What
just
the
sitting
fuck?
there, and like it'll look at you, or like it'll cross the street. And a lot of them like will tell you like if you see that, like pull over, go to sleep. Like that thing is like trying to warn you.
Really?
And it's weird because the weird thing is like, how do they all see the same? Why do they all see a little black dog?
But I heard
It's
it's
just
like,
staying-
isn't it like some sort of like road hypnosis where you're just going straight and it's like your brain is just kind of like,
Oh, yeah,
On,
you're tired
like-
as fuck. You're hallucinating.
yeah,
right.
hallucinating.
Probably
Yeah,
on
that's
some
what it
shit
is.
too,
You're
bro.
hallucinating.
They're probably on some shit too. They
No.
be fucking having to be awake for like
Yeah.
hours, bro.
Well, yeah, that's the
Hours.
thing. For you to like start hallucinating, you have to be up for like a good amount of hours
Mhm.
True.
without sleep. Then you start seeing. You're like, whoa, dude. Yesterday, speaking of that, I was on my way home, and you know how like, where is it? North Rivers? No, is it Brookfield? It's Brookfield. Your First Avenue. You know how it like turns into the forest.
Mhm.
I was driving on the right lane, which is like right next to where the trees are. Dude, I'm like going forward, there's a freaking deer right next to the road. And I'm like, oh, I just hope it doesn't get scared. Like, you know how they usually sometimes they get scared and they run into the street?
Yeah, exactly. They're challenging you.
So I'm like,
I'm faster than you.
Yeah.
Oh, stupid motherfucker.
So I'm like, oh my God. I see it. I'm like getting closer and I'm already going 40 miles an hour. So I'm like, and also there was a trailer right behind me. So I'm
It should
like,
have been like, it's either you or me. I gotta make the
no,
decision.
but dude, it's like if I run it over, it goes into the through the windshield and I'm done either way.
Yeah, but
Makes
even if
sense.
it doesn't, insurance isn't going to cover it.
True,
Exactly.
true.
And I'm screwed. So I'm like, do I just
I guess I don't need
And-
insurance at this point, right?
dude, there's a car next to me, so I can't go this way. I can't go this way. I can't brake because there's a trailer right behind me. So I'm like,
Duh.
well, let's just wait.
No,
And
they're
he didn't.
wild
Luckily, he
motherfuckers.
didn't.
Let's see
Luckily, he
what my
didn't
faith has
cross.
for me.
Yeah, luckily he didn't cross. I was like,
I had one where I was driving from Jacksonville back to Chicago and fucking, I just went, screw it, like, let me just do one straight trip. Like I just didn't stop. It was like 17 hours. And towards the end of it, I'm exhausted.
Right.
And as I'm riding, I'm like in these back roads coming back into like, I'm going up the border between Indiana and Illinois.
Okay.
And as I'm like, literally, I just got into Illinois. I'm less than an hour away from my place. All of a sudden, like I'm kind of keeping my eyes open. A deer runs out. I'm hitting the brakes. It turns around and goes right back to where it came from. I'm like,
bro,
what was that for? It just teased me.
He's like, huh, gotcha.
I was like, I
Go
thought
for it.
and I was in a van, so I'm like, if I turn too hard, like I'm just gonna flip over.
Yeah,
He's gonna just run around, literally run to the other side of the street and just look at me like, oh,
idiot.
Yeah, stupid. I told you. Go back to his body. He'd be like, see, pay me now, bitch. I told you I will do it.
bro.
But yeah.
It honestly feels like they get dared sometimes.
Do you guys think that it also like birds get killed like that in like the airplane? Like what? Like what? Yeah,
like they
like by
crash
the airplane. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think
No.
it only happens when you're taking off or landing.
Yeah,
That's the
Taking
only
off or
like,
landing.
when you're way up, like they're not flying.
Yeah, they
up
don't
there.
fly
They
that
don't
up,
blow
right?
that up, yeah,
Imagine they get an eagle. She.
just
Well, I mean, I don't
Imagine
know.
the
I've
eagle
seen-
fucking jams the fucking the what are they called?
probably would.
The-
But also those
propeller.
things are
Yeah, the
those things
propeller.
are huge. I don't think it would.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't think it would.
Yeah, I've seen videos where people get turned into mush.
Oh
dude.
yeah, have you seen those videos?
Dude.
I can't.
That he's passing by and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like you're just gone.
And then you see him splash of
Pink
blood.
mist.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, and it's like a bird, pff, easy work,
Huh.
no problem.
If it does it to a
That
human,
makes sense. That makes sense. Huh?
if it does it to a human,
Now, if
That's
it hit
what-
a
that's what he's
deer,
saying,
I
yeah.
don't know.
The people.
that's
Huh?
crap.
If it hit a deer,
What if it was a buffalo?
I'm sure it'd still take it.
you guys ever seen a buffalo in real life?
Yes,
No.
at the zoo.
No shit.
At the
They have them
zoo.
at the zoo.
At Brookfield.
They have buffaloes
way.
there.
Yeah, they have buffaloes. That's their main
thought buffalo were-
animal.
That is on their logo.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it is on their logo. I thought they were extinct.
what the
No,
hell?
they got him.
No.
You're thinking of a different
We
animal.
almost killed them up
Oh.
because they
Yeah,
would
'cause I
literally just
thought-
be like, "Hey, you see that clip over? They just ram them all off the.
Yeah.
They just all follow each other off."
Stupid animals.
Yeah, I know. At one point they were like on the verge of being extinct. I remember that though.
You know what they're going to extend? The dodo. I would have fucking
dodo
loved
bird?
to. Huh?
It's been extinct.
Yeah, bro. I would have fucking paid to see that shit again, bro.
Or saber tooth.
Or taste it.
What is that?
A saber tooth tiger. The ones that have like the
Oh,
big
the
fucking
big-
fangs.
Like the
Oh,
ones from
yeah.
Ice Age?
Ice Age. Yeah,
Ice Age.
That guy.
From what is that movie? 1000 BC or something like that?
Oh, 10,000 BC.
10,000 BC,
Yeah.
bro.
I completely forgot
That shit
about
was
that
dope,
movie.
bro. ¿No lo has visto?
I don't think so.
It's literally about a caveman, 10,000 like BC.
Before
And I think he
Christ.
becomes like best friends with like a saber tooth.
Yeah, I think it's mascot, no? His mascot or some shit.
I have no idea. But it
That
was
one.
I just
Have you-
remember.
if you like that one, then you probably like. You ever watch Apocalypse?
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto.
I want to
No.
watch it.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. It's dope. You gotta watch it.
What is it like? Is it?
It's about the. Is it Mayans or Aztecs?
I think it's Aztecs.
Aztecs. When the freaking Spaniards came and
Oh.
settled and shit.
So Mel Gibson is Spanish in that movie, or is he British?
No, I don't think. Who?
Mel Gibson, the main.
Is it
white
the
dude.
movie?
I think so. I know he directed it.
I don't know the names of the actors, to be honest, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know a lot of names of the actors, bro. But maybe, perhaps. But yeah, it's about the Aztecs getting conquered, basically, and like how they
Mm.
fought and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Did they show when they got tricked? When he's like, "Hey, my God is better than your God." Like, you see the sun? It's gonna go dark in 2 days. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it go dark, and
Well,
my God's
I
way
think-
cooler.
At the beginning of the movie, it starts with an eclipse, And then they like, you know,
Oh.
they took that as a sign of like something's coming type shit.
Uh-huh.
And then like a couple days later, like right after that, like the Spaniards came and started conquering these motherfuckers.
Oh, no shit.
And then they show like how they used to do like rituals and stuff like that, bro. Actually, no, I'm tripping. It's not about that. It's before the Spaniards came, bro. Because it finishes in there, bro. It finishes there with like when the Spaniards came. That's the end.
Oh.
The beginning is just like the life of like the tribes and stuff. The Aztecs, the Mayans, the whatever tribes there were, bro. They show like the life of pretty much all those villages, and it's cool because you see them like, you know, like killing other people and stuff, bro. So it's like PG-13 type shit.
I think it's worse than PG. I think it's rated PG-13, but I'm like, that's very graphic.
How they do the rituals? Remember when they're on top of the pyramid and they offer the heart to the gods?
Yeah,
and
they
shit,
cut
bro.
your heart out.
Yeah,
right
bro, that
there,
shit looks dope.
no
They were like-
anesthesia.
No, bro.
Nothing.
They say you're impure. I motherfucker. So they're savages too, bro. Well, but they did have a lot of. They did have a big society back then, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The way these pyramids look, or
Yeah.
like they made it look.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, do you ever wonder how they built those? Like the way they built them were with big bricks. Like it wasn't like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like they're
I've seen a
huge.
video where like they're talking about this guy in MIT, like he designed special shaped rocks that can like lock into each other, but because of their shape, their like center of balance is either really low or really high, and so you can just move them around. Like they're thousands of pounds, and you can just turn them around, spin them, lock them into each other.
No way.
And so it's like, if they were building those rocks back then, and that's all they were doing, they might have figured that shit out.
Aliens.
Hey,
A lot of people
Have
say
you seen
that.
that joke of that comedian? They were like, nobody questions who built the Mexican pyramids, but everybody questions who the fuck built the fucking Egyptian pyramids.
exactly.
Oh, I
That's so
mean,
They say who built them? Mexicans.
oh, that's okay.
True.
They got it.
They could have handled
They
it,
work hard.
right? Always. Bro, my flag broke.
Oh, you're black.
Fuck. I gotta go buy a new one.
Let's tell
Or
them the story.
tape it together.
So what happened was when we got here, they have like, you know, those parking lots where they have different floors.
Yeah.
So we get here and then he has his Mexican flag on the middle. We're like poking out of the sunroof.
The sunroof.
So we're like getting close to they have like obviously what is it called? The clearance,
The clearance
the
sign.
clearance height. So he's like, hey, get out the car, check if it's going to go. And I'm like, no, it's not going to go. It's like, it's literally like a good amount above the clearance. So he's like, all right. So he bends it before we went upstairs. So he curves it goes through, we get upstairs, puts it up, takes his pictures, whatever. And then we're like, all right, let's go back down. So we go back down, but we forgot that he left the flag up. So we're like, oh, well, I guess it's just in our heads. It was like, oh, right.
Fit.
Yeah. Like if it fit the first time, it's going to fit the second time, but we forgot we had to curve it. So he literally is flooring it down. Next thing you know, you just hear,
I'm like, fuck.
and it literally just flew out.
I'm like, fuck, dude.
So now you have half of a flag. Unless you tape it.
What'd you get it for though? It's like the independence, right? From Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh.
September 15th and 16th.
16th.
Yeah, the 16th.
It's 16th?
That's the main day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the main day.
And Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, it's the Batalla de Puebla.
Oh yeah, when they fought the French.
Yeah, when they fought the French. Yep, yeah, and we fucked them up
Beast.
too.
Beast.
Fuck you mean we had no weapons or anything? Now we did, but
Yeah,
lower.
but the fact that you fucked them up and the U.S. went, dude, props. Here's a holiday.
For real, bro. Shit. Imagine nobody else beat the French.
True, right?
No,
They
except Germans.
Wait,
Except Germans.
when was that battle?
What?
The Puebla battle.
Oh, so basically, yeah. So like the invasion of France. So France wanted to like get a part of Mexico, but they wanted to infiltrate through Veracruz and then cross Puebla. But once they crossed Veracruz, like they were already waiting for them at Puebla, thinking like, oh, you know, we're gonna get these motherfuckers. And they had like the what do they call it?
Sombreros.
No. The French had the support of like the the support of like the other European powers, bro. Like they were supporting them like monetarily and shit.
Yeah.
And then, well, Mexicans thought that, you know, well, fuck that. We're not going to let them, you know, and then fucking just pretty much beat their ass. They were like, all right, we got to retreat. I was like, let's go.
Oh, yeah, the French, I think at that time they still owned like I think everything that was like west of the Mississippi was just all French territory.
See?
And that's fucking wild.
Shit. There's a movie about that too. It's called Batalla de Puebla or Cinco de Mayo. I don't know, something like that. But it's like an action movie. It's pretty dope.
Bet.
I think it has subtitles in English. Just watch it.
Oh, it's fully in Spanish?
It's fully in Spanish, but I think it has subtitles. You can find it online with subtitles in English.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty dope, bro. And then like it teaches you some of what happened.
What is it called?
La Batalla de Puebla, I think. Yeah, I think so. Something like that, or Cinco de Mayo. Just look it up. Just put movie right next to it.
Cinco de Mayo movie.
But yeah, you gotta go to Puebla sometime, bro. It's pretty fun.
Have you gone to Mexico before?
Cancun.
Only?
Oh, Cancun.
Damn, bro, you've been to more places than I have.
Last time I think we went once in 2009 and I think 2010.
Oh, okay.
We just go in the summertime, spend like a week. But it's like we're at a resort, so it's like I didn't even see any Mexicans. I just saw white people.
That is true. Like most
like
resorts is like just white people there.
I've run into more Germans over there than Mexicans.
Makes sense.
Because they're just all coming in like,
and
oh,
Italians.
I love this place. Oh,
Mafians.
Yeah. But what was sick though was like you'd be at the beach and you just see soldiers with rifles walking by.
Oh, dude.
Because they're protecting the place, bro. They're protecting the place.
Freaking submarines just sometimes.
No, but you gotta go outside the resort, bro, to live the life,
Yeah.
bro.
like the tacos,
Not sure exactly.
the restaurants.
You go to outside the resort, everything is fucking poor as shit.
Live right outside.
We should go to
Hell yeah.
to Mexico.
Dude. Technically, like I don't count Cancun as part of Mexico because it's
yeah. Well,
it's all
but it is it is all resorts, but you go outside and it's pretty nice too, bro. You go to the outside beaches and shit. It's pretty nice.
They have really nice places in Cancun too. Like, yeah, I know there's like mostly resorts in Cancun, but there's also like a part in Cancun where it's like you like Mexicans, like, but it's very very nice. Damn. You just have to go outside because there's like that.
It's like Florida.
I guess the downtown.
It's like Florida.
Like
you go
Miami.
to Florida.
Like you go to like the edge of Miami. That's like all like tourists. But then there's that other part of Miami. Yeah, it's the same thing in Mexico.
Yeah. So there's another place called Cabo. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Cabo.
Yeah.
Cabo.
It's like all the where
like
mujeres, famous people go. Huh? That's where all the famous people go, like to Cabo. No?
But it's nice.
I don't think I've ever gone. White girl.
I don't think I've ever. Yucatan is a nice place.
Oh, I've never heard of Yucatan.
Never heard of Yucatan?
No.
Nobody hears of Yucatan.
Sorry.
They don't consider it part of
the peninsula.
Right? The peninsula. And you got El Salvador. El Salvador is nice too, and I'm pretty sure it's cheaper, and it's kind of like Mexico.
You ever been to Tijuana?
No. Oh, yes. But I've been
like
to Tijuana, but when I was fixing my papers.
I've
been to Tijuana when I was fixing my... It was hot, bro. It was hot. Every night you hear like some shooting going down in some part.
That's fucking wild.
That's by the border, right?
Huh?
Yeah, that's right by the border.
Yes, at the border. That's where a lot of people go to like get their pardon and shit, so they can come back with their papers.
Get their what?
Their pardon. So you gotta ask for like a pardon for like crossing illegally, and then they'll give you your papers, and then you come back.
I remember we drove through Mexico a couple of years ago. Oh, but I don't think we went through. No, we didn't go through. Yeah, we went from. So that year, my uncle, pretty much as soon as I finished school, I guess you could say he not kidnapped me, but basically he went to my he went to my mom's house. A random day, he's like, all right, I'm gonna take because I had my cousin, so he's like around my same age. So he literally just came to my house one day. I literally came back from school and I got home and I was like, all right, I packed your luggage already. Like, you're going with your uncle. He's taking you to. He's like, I don't know where it wasn't even planned. He's like, you're going to Florida.
Oh,
but it was like a whole road trip where we started off in South Carolina, then to Florida, then to Georgia, and then to Texas. And then when we got to Texas, my family met us up in Texas. No, we all drove.
Damn.
So then we went to Texas, and then there was a whole summer of like just driving everywhere. And then all my family met up in Texas, and then from Texas we went to Mexico. So we drove like through the border, and we went down to Cuernavaca where my parents are at. Bro. So it was like a whole.
Your family has balls, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say you drove through.
Yeah, right. They drove through, bro. Yeah. They said, "Fuck."
But that was like a couple of years ago when it wasn't. That wasn't like 2000. I was in 6th grade. No. 4th. No, I don't even know when. But it was a couple of years ago. It was a while back.
A couple of years ago was bad. It was even worse.
That is true. It was actually really bad. I don't know why. I don't know where we got.
But then again, I don't think nothing happens like the news tell you. You know, like oh yeah, like you can't drive at night. Like I'm pretty sure you could. It's just that you gotta follow the GPS.
Yeah, that. And then I think we drove through like the border during the day. It wasn't like we passed through the night when it's during the night when it's dangerous.
At night, yeah.
So we went. We made sure that we got to the border early so that we could pass through like the dangerous part throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
That way at night we were already like by Mexico City and like passing all that. So we were far away from like the danger zone.
Okay.
Did you guys do anything in Florida or Georgia?
So the thing, it was that's why my uncle took me. So he has his wife, my aunt, has family in South Carolina. So we went to visit them first, I think.
Are you comfortable with those families?
Yeah, I was little, so I was kind of like, but it's not like I'm like super comfortable where I can just be like, woo. No, because you have to be like,
I'm asking because like I got family that I'm like, damn, I don't feel comfortable here.
Because I'm like, I don't really know them, but I was like, I was comfortable, but not like where I can be like,
no, yeah,
crazy.
I know what you mean.
So we were there visiting them, and then we went to Disney in Florida, and then from there we went to Georgia, Atlanta, because my uncle had to house sit for someone there. I don't know. It was weird. It was. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what was. I didn't know what was going on. I was just having.
He kidnapped you. He took you somewhere.
Not kidnapped. I didn't mean literal kidnap. I just meant like it was. I didn't know what was going on.
You gotta watch out. I was kidding.
No, I love my uncle.
I hate that as a kid when like you have no idea what's going on. It's like, oh, we're just going here today.
Yeah, and you're like,
oh, cool.
Okay,
that's how I moved here to like the U.S. One day they're like, oh yeah, we're going back to the U.S. I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was gonna be another vacation.
Hell no, bro.
The day we're leaving, whole families in front of our house. They're all saying goodbye. I'm like,
huh?
That's cool.
What is going on?
No, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I guess everyone's here. Bye. They followed us all to the airport. They say bye again. I'm like,
we're gonna be back
out of nowhere.
The fuck? Exactly. Like we're gonna be right back. Like, you want us to buy you something? And then we land. And I remember that night because it was a long ass flight. We go, and usually we'd always go to our aunt's house.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always remembered it. Like you go up one flight of stairs, you make a right. That's their door. And then we walk into this building. I'm thinking we're there. We walk up one flight of stairs. I'm waiting at the door. My dad's like, no, one more flight of stairs. I'm like, what do you mean? I go up again, wait in front of that door. I was like, okay, cool. I guess they moved. We walk in. Place is empty. There's nothing in there.
What the fuck?
There's 2 beds like in the living room.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a mattress in one of the bedrooms.
Okay.
And so our parents just walk us over. And I was too tired to give a shit.
Yeah.
They just lay us down in the bed. Me and my brother just knock out right away. When I wake up in the morning, it felt like in like The Walking Dead, the first time when he wakes up in the hospital, everything's like gray.
You're
and
like, what the fuck?
I'm looking, I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Brother's still sleeping, so I get up, I walk around, walk into the living room. I see 2 beds and people sleeping in them. And I don't know why I didn't think like I didn't think like, it's my parents. Yeah. I walk up, I slowly take the cover off their face. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Are they breathing?
Exactly. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Walk into the kitchen. I open the cabinet, cereal, sweet, pour a bowl of cereal. And I'm just sitting there just confused. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Like his mind is like
a week later, my parents just go like, oh yeah, like, like we're going to live here. We're going to stay here. And so I was like, dope, like America's sweet.
Yeah.
Go to McDonald's, eat fucking whatever I want. And then when it was
a year later.
No, if I get like a month later, or like a month and a half later, when like school's about to start. So I'm just in full vacation. I'm just having a blast. Like every day asking like my dad, oh, we got to go to McDonald's. We got to go here. We got to go there.
Right.
And then one day they wake us up early. He's like, come on, like get dressed, like, put on something nice and like put on a backpack. And then they start putting books in the backpack. And I'm like,
what's going on?
Hold on. Like, where are we going? Like, are we going to like to some government building, like to update passports or some shit?
Right.
And he doesn't say anything. He's like, no, don't worry about it. Like, we're just going to go.
I hate that.
We walk into the school. And it wasn't until I walked in the classroom that I finally realized, like, oh, like this is for me. Like when we walked into the school, I'm thinking, like, oh, we're just here to check it out.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
What
like,
the fuck?
I was like, there's no way. Like,
he said, no.
There's no way I'm starting school here.
Yeah.
But we walk in, and right as we're walking up to the door, bro, I just immediately, I just drop to my knees. I start crying.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, let's go.
We got this, bitch.
My dad's like, come on. You gotta go. Like,
come on. You look at me, look like a bitch, man.
It's not going to be that bad.
Get off.
Dude, and it literally was just, he talks to my teacher, like, I guess he tells her, like, what's going on, because I don't speak any English.
Right.
And so she just kind of walks me in. She's like talking to me. I'm just staring at her, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
They sit me down, and the whole day I'm just sitting there. No idea what's going on.
What? Was there any kids that spoke Albanian? What language you speak?
Not even close.
Albanian, right?
Bro. Yeah.
Albanian. Yeah. Is there no?
Nope.
None.
And it was so weird because like I'll try to, especially when you're forced into it, like you have to pick it up quick,
right?
Because every day showing up 8 hours a day, like you're gonna pick it up.
Catch up.
Right. No, that's how it was for me too, bro. Yeah. But for me, luckily, there was hella Mexicans in that fucking school, bro.
Man.
So I was cool. Yeah, I started feeling bad. I was like,
what did they say?
Yeah. And I was like, started feeling bad. I was like, fuck, I feel lonely now. And I was like, I started thinking to myself, all these shit. I'm like, I want to go back already,
Man.
bro. And then, but like a month, maybe like a year after, I was like, well, I guess this is gonna be my life now. I better get used to it. And then I started like making more friends and shit.
But that's crazy that they just dropped doing like nothing,
Yeah.
like no warning.
Yeah,
like, all right,
bro.
first day of school.
Oh, well, I know
It's
it's
like
coming to
usually-
school.
Well, yeah, at least I knew like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to school. So you're like at least kind of mentally
Prepared.
preparing. Like I get the whole thing. Like you
I got
get there and
blindsided. We just walk in.
crazy.
I remember we're walking through the little library, and I'm just like,
But I think it
You're
would have
like,
been
looking
different.
around, like we're getting a little deep in it, you know? Like
Right.
the door's back over there. Like
Right.
we're not going to an office. Like we're not
Mhm.
talking to anybody. We just keep walking towards one of the classrooms. I'm like, no.
Hey,
That's
and as
what
you're
it
getting
fucking
closer,
is.
you're like, no, please don't tell me I'm going to stay
Dude.
here.
And it's worse that you didn't
You're
know like how to
Mhm.
like tell anyone anything. Like you're just there like
Fuck. But
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if you like. It's different when you move from a new country to a new country than to a different city within your country. You know, because at least you know, like you can't fucking manage around because they speak the same language. But you
Mhm.
come to a different country with a
That-
whole different language. I was like,
Dude.
fuck.
Because like
man.
half the people there, like the amount of times I get yelled at teachers because I was in the suburbs. I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by white kids. They're like,
Yeah.
you look normal. Like, the fuck's wrong with you? Like, why don't you speak English?
Speak, motherfucker.
I had
I
teachers
don't know
where,
what you're
like,
saying.
I remember one day they had us make like flags. Like if you had a country, like make the flag for it. And so like I was trying to be sneaky. Like
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
nobody had like the Albanian flag. Nobody knew what the Albanian flag was. So
Yeah.
like I made a new flag,
Uh-huh.
but like I incorporated like we have like a double-headed like eagle.
Yeah, right.
And so like, I wanted to put that in because I just thought it looked dope.
Right.
And so I put that in. And this fucking bitch ass kid, dude. I remember his name, Anwar. We're presenting all of them, and our teacher's going like, "Oh, like, you know, like, what's your country? What's the name of it?" And this dude just raised up and he's like, "Teacher, like he put the Albanian flag on his flag." She was like, "What?" And she didn't even understand what the fuck like he means. He's like he's Albanian. Like he put the Albanian flag on there. And she was like, "Is that true?" I was like, "Well, I mean, technically, you know." Like, she was like, "Get out!" She's yelling, "Get out
No
of the
way,
class!"
bro. She was
What
yelling
the
at you?
hell?
Yeah, screaming. I'm
No
like,
way.
"What the fuck?"
Like, what did I do wrong?
It's to think, and like I go outside. She's like, "Wait outside at the desk." Like, yeah,
Yeah.
outside the door. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like,
What did I do
"Man,
wrong?
why is she yelling? Like she's
Yeah.
screaming." She comes out. She's like, like you know what's wrong with you? I specifically told you like not to put a country." I was like, I don't know. Like she's just screaming, bro. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this country, dude? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? here?"
Right.
Bro, it's just a drawing.
Yeah.
Right, relax,
She
bro.
was
What's wrong with
flipping
you?
Out, like screaming
You
out.
drew a middle finger.
Yeah,
or
I was
something
about to like
that.
cry.
You know what I found out when I got here to school, bro? The tension. I'm like, what the fuck is this stuff? Like, you know, they
Oh,
put you in a
detention.
room, bro, like just like doing something, and I'm like, okay, why couldn't you just like give me a report and like I'll send it to my mom or
Mhm.
something?
Yeah, like, my dad's gonna whoop my
Right,
I don't have to
exactly.
sit here for a
Right.
I
minute.
don't have to see here
Now you go
regardless.
double the.
Yeah, because in
What is
Mexico they do that. They give you a report. Like you misbehave.
Don't
Oh,
they
yeah.
hit you in
They
Mexico? Oh, they
They used to. They used to, bro. They used to hit you too in
My
Mexico,
mom would
bro.
tell me stories
Bro,
that
like they'll get
they
like a
said,
bamboo stick, bro, and they'll hit you as well. Some teachers,
What-
not all
you
of
know
them.
the rulers.
Mhm.
They
The
used to hit
rulers.
kids with rulers like in their
You-
hands. Like put your hands on the desk.
Or the erasers
my
with
grandpa would do that.
the back of wood. You know how the back was made out of wood and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll hit you with that, or they'll make you stand in like in the classroom with books like this,
with
bro.
books, yeah, I heard that.
I'm like,
These are
fuck.
straight up torture methods.
Yeah.
But those
That's
are how they get people to talk.
But those were
But that was
better than getting
Mexico.
hit.
Mhm.
Yeah, true.
I didn't get hit. I don't think I ever got hit, but I did get my ear pulled once.
Your mom
From
never hit
teachers?
you?
My mom see, huh?
You mean teachers, right?
Oh, teachers.
Yeah, I meant
Oh.
the teachers.
Oh,
Yeah, like I only got my ear pulled like a couple
Oh, no.
times, but
I
that's about
just
it.
missed it because it was like, well, my parents didn't want me to go to public school back home,
Yeah.
so they put us into this school where like we'd even ask the teachers like, "Is this a private school?" They'd be like, "Technically, no." And we're like, "Is it a public school?" They're like, "Technically, no." And it's like, "What is this?" The fuck is- It's like you're going to school, but
It's a
you're
concept
paying
school.
for it. Yeah, it's like,
oh.
all right, but like, because literally my cousin's generation, like he's only like what, fucking 6-7 years older than me at least. He was saying that he would have teachers do that, where like they hit you with rulers, they fucking hit you in the head with a book. And one time, I think the teacher, I don't know if he hit him or if he was just like making fun, like just talking shit.
Strict
And my
concussion?
cousin fucking lost it because like this teacher would always like fuck around and he'd always like hit kids. And so like, my cousin just had it. I think he picked up his chair and fucking threw it at him. He's like, "I'm sick of your shit."
He said, "Enough is enough."
Yeah, dude. 'Cause, like, I can't even
Oh,
imagine.
chair.
Bro, I can't even imagine that. Like, if my teacher hit me, like, I don't got respect for you. It's like,
Right, you're not my
day
mom.
one, I
You're
walk
not
in,
my
you're yelling, yeah, you're yelling at me, telling me what to do. It's like,
You're not my mom.
you've never been nice to me. How the fuck am I supposed to
Yeah.
respect you? Like, I don't know if I would have fucking flipped out. I probably would have cried and ran out.
Yeah, no, me too. No, how bad was it with your parents? Like, did you ever get hit from your parents? Like, what was the worst whooping you ever got?
It was like, so my cousin came to visit. Like, we were already living here in the States. And so, like, already I had a combo with my dad, like in the 5th grade. I was like, if you keep hitting me, I'm going to run away. And like,
I'm going to call the police.
He would never do anything hardcore, though. He would just, like, either just slap the shit out of me and do like a couple combos and
fucking bruised up and shit.
Yeah, because I remember the day that I told him that, it was because, well, I was trying not to go to school. So I was like I didn't tell my parents that, like, all my pants were dirty. So, like, in the morning, they're like, why aren't you dressed? I was like, I don't have any pants. Like, what do you mean? I was like, they're all dirty. And they start looking. They're like, look, you're going to find pants. You have pants. I was like, no, look, I don't have any. And then he's like, well, put on these ones. Like, no, I wore them yesterday. Like, they're dirty. And then he's like, oh my God. Like, they're trying to figure. So my dad's like, figure it out. Like, you better have pants on when I come back.
Right.
And so he leaves and I'm just sitting there and I start looking again and I find a pair of pants. And so I remember, like, I guess I was still like a little gloomy. Like, I wasn't smiling and happy and shit. But like my dad walks in and I think I didn't have them on yet. And so I turn around. I was like, oh, I think I've, just like, I was like, what the fuck? Bah, gives me another one. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes like,
double combo.
Yeah, he's like, you better put on pants like right now. And I just like, I didn't want to speak anymore. So I just put them on and like, like sniffling.
You're bleeding through your fucking mouth and shit.
Not even, luckily he I guess he knew where to hit. And he had like fucking fat hands. So like,
bro.
But fucking, I'm like walking out. And I'm like holding back tears. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, Dad, hit me. And I was just trying to tell him that I found pants. Not that I don't have any. And she was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, well, and like the bus is there already. She's like, hey, fuck, you gotta
just get the fuck out of here. We'll talk later.
No, because the bus driver would fucking leave.
Yeah. Oh, you got a bus driver? I had a fucking combi.
I had that back home.
Yeah.
Back home.
You know what a combi is?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, those are like vans.
Yeah.
Like the fucking ones we
You don't know what that is?
My mom would drop us off at school. All the time.
It's literally like those like old school like Volkswagen style bands.
Like the hippie ones? Like the hippie ones
like the hippie
in Mexico?
style ones, exactly.
I don't know. No, I got.
I'll put one in the what is it called? The video.
Like the clip. No, dude, I got some bad whoopings. Like I remember one time, like this is not the worst one, but like this is one of the worst ones that I remember. My mom would hit me with the heel of her like she would have heels and she would go with the heel. I remember that traumatized me. I even remember the exact heel that she would wear, and I'm like, those pink ones engraved in my memory. And now she laughs about it. It is funny now. Yeah. But the worst whooping I got was one time I would like go outside and play with my neighbors and like whatever. So one time I remember I was outside playing with my neighbors from next door, and like their cousins had came over or something like that. So we were all outside. We were all playing around, and I guess they were like cursing. I guess they didn't care. But my mom was always big on like cursing. Like I couldn't even say stupid. Like if I said stupid, like my mom. So I was like, I would never curse. So I remember I was outside with them and they would curse. Like they were cursing. And that day my uncle decides to visit like our house. So he's like walking in. I don't see him. So I'm just chilling with them, right? But I'm not the one cursing. They're like over here like just throwing curse words left and right. So I guess my uncle heard and he thought I was the one saying them. So he goes into the house, tells my mom, your kid's outside like just...
What a snitch, like, bro.
Just cursing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So he goes in and he tells my mom, your son's outside like just cursing. So she kind of just was like, okay, like but she's just kind of like, okay, whatever. Doesn't call me or anything. So like, whatever. I'm done like hanging out with them. I go inside. I'm just walking in. My uncle had already left. I just walk in. My mom... What the hell was going on? I'm walking in like happy as like I didn't do it.
Flashbang. All of a sudden,
dude, just
God, is that you?
Dude, my teeth start like my gums are bleeding. Like there's blood. Like not bad. I'm not like gushing blood, but it's like you see blood in my teeth. Like I taste it, and I'm like, what?
Oh, that makes sense. She hit you in the mouth for using that.
So like she smacked me. So like I guess my lip hit my tooth or something. There's just blood in my mouth, and I'm like, no, not she. I don't know if she slapped. I don't know if she backhanded me or basically she slapped me like hard. Whether it was backhand or just
doesn't
straight,
matter, bro. That's the fucking least important thing, bro.
And then I'm like, what's going on? She's like, you know what you did, and I'm confused because I'm like, I don't know what I did. I'm like, I don't know.
Angrier because of that.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know exactly. Yeah, exactly. She got so angry because I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, why are you acting dumb? So I'm like, what? I don't know. So she's like, go to your room. So I'm like crying because I'm
if you
bleeding.
don't tell me what's wrong, how am I supposed to know what's wrong?
Yeah. So then like we never talked about it until years later. I'm like, do you remember when you smacked me in the mouth for no reason? I'm like, why did you do that? She's like, well, because you were swearing. I'm like, it wasn't me. And my mom's like, it wasn't you? And I was like, no, it was the neighbors.
And she goes, oh, my bad.
And she's like, oh, sorry. It's because your uncle told me that it was you. And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Man.
I'm like, that I was so traumatized.
Call your uncle. The fuck, man? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why
No.
was you red on me? Like, I get it's your sister, but fuck, come
The
on.
fuck
man.
are you talking about?
Nah, but now, but now we're cool. Everyone was cool, but I'm like, damn, like that's traumatizing. Like, what about you?
I never got beat up like that. I did get hit by the chancla a lot of times.
Classic.
I can't remember if I ever got like hit bad. I think the worst I got hit, it was like when I was in Mexico, bro. I was living with my grandma, and I got back from school, whatever. I put my tank top on, and
Cholo vibes.
yeah, right. No, and then literally, bro. And my big like loose shorts and shit. So I was just chilling in the house, and I called my grandma. Like I hid behind the wall that separated the kitchen from the room and shit, and then. Behind the kitchen was the like where she washed the clothes and shit, the patio, basically the backyard. And I called her. She was washing the dishes or whatever. And I hid behind the wall, and I hear her coming. So I'm like, when she comes, I'm just gonna jump and fucking scare her, bro. I go like, ah, and then when she goes like, when I go like, ah, she goes like, ah. And she fucking slaps me with her hand like this, bro. But that shit was wet, bro.
Oh,
bro, I was like, fuck.
You didn't take a plate to the face.
Right?
I thought it
And
was
she was about to slap me again. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, chill.
with the whole like cazuela. Just,
Yeah, bro. I was like, God damn, bro, relax. It was like,
with
it
the
was
whole
a joke.
pan. Imagine just the whole pan to the face. Ah, boom.
I scared the shit out of my grandma a couple times, though. Dude. Like, I would hit
Bro,
behind
you
her,
never
like,
thought
underneath
you were
the
gonna
bed
give
when
her a
she was
heart attack?
in there, bro. And I would just grab her foot.
No,
And I would just grab her foot, bro.
just pull it.
Yeah, bro.
See, this is where the freaking like what do they call the miss where they jalan las patas, like they pull your feet.
I was like, she wasn't expecting me to be home. So when
Yeah.
she got home, like I hid underneath the bed and I was like, ah.
She's probably- do you believe in those things? Like where they last episode we were talking about like superstitions. Do you believe in like things like, oh, there's like a monster in the bed that's gonna pull your feet, or like at the end, like at night from the edge, they're just gonna throw out
No, those are not superstitions, bro.
I would always do the thing where it's like, nah, I don't believe in that shit. But like if I'm sleeping and my legs hanging over the bed, I just
you feel like someone
tuck it back in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I challenge them and be like, I dare you to grab it.
Yeah.
But I'd be
you know
shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Don't grab it.
Yeah.
And it happened to y'all where you're like dreaming like something like a nightmare and shit, and then you try to wake up and you're like, fuck, I want to yell. You
Yeah.
Oh, like
Oh,
sleep paralysis?
yeah.
I've
Well,
never had that.
I don't have sleep paralysis, but I've like catch myself like I'm dreaming something, but I
And
want
you're
to
like, wake up.
Yeah, but I can't. And
Oh,
I'm like-
yeah.
It takes me a minute,
Yeah.
and then I wake up and I'm like, all right.
And then your heart's pounding really fast.
Yeah, I think so.
And you start praying. You're like,
Wake up.
I'd be doing that. But that's some scary. I've had some scary. What's like the scariest nightmare that you like remember?
Damn.
I feel like that's a hard question because I feel like we've kind of blocked those nightmares off because I'm like,
No, that's the thing. I try to remember those because like with some of them, I feel like a badass. Like I had one where I'm crossing a street like in front of like my old apartment. Like I went to 7-Eleven, I'm coming back. And we would always do that thing where like there's no crosswalk there. So like as kids, we'd run to like that middle line and then just wait there and cars would be honky. It's like fuck. Because they don't know, like we're kids. Like they don't know if we're just going to keep running or something.
Right.
And so I'm having that where I walk up to like that line and I see like this white van come up and honks at me and I just do like the fuck, and he stops. And so I'm thinking, okay, great. Like this guy's going to fucking either come back, yell at me or whatever. And so I'm standing there. He comes out. He just runs out of his van. Like he opens the door, just starts running after me. And I'm like, the fuck? And I forgot how old I was when I had the dream. So like I start running. So like I'm trying to run and like, when you try to run in a
in your
dream,
sleep, you're like,
it's like you're running through fucking water. Like my legs just won't go.
Get there.
And I would always, instead of like I would fight so hard. Like I'd start crawling, like as if I'm climbing like a wall. Like I would just start like literally running with hands and feet. But when I realized like he's gonna catch me, I turn around and he's just running. Like he's not even like fist ready. No, he's just running. And once he gets up to me, I just fucking punch him. He just doesn't like block it. I just punch him. He
like a
falls to the
cartoon.
ground.
He said, "Toink."
Yeah, and like after this though, because like up until then, shitting bricks. But the moment like I knocked him down, I just went like, fuck, like I need to stop him. So like I grab him, I start hitting him. He gets up. I grab him by like the shirt to try to like punch his face. I'm punching him. He's smiling. He just smiled. Like he would just get hit. And I think like finally that should have knocked him out. He just laughs again. I'm like, mother, hit him again. He just keeps laughing. And he's like trying to grab me. He's like not doing anything. But he keeps trying to like grab me. And so I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What's not working?
Yeah. He falls over. Once he fell over, I was like, okay, now I got the high ground. Start hitting him there. And then fucking, that's where I just kind of like lost
it's on from here, motherfucker.
Yeah, I like, because I genuinely like, was tweaking out. Like I'm hitting him. I'm like, why is he smiling at me? Right. Why is he still smiling? Like, he's going to do something to me. But then luckily, like, after I got him down, like I hit him a couple times and then woke up. I felt like a badass.
Funny. Nah, bro, I've had dreams where like I need to pee. Like I actually like in reality, I need to pee, but I'd be sleeping. And then in my dream, I'm like, okay, I need to use the bathroom. And I try to pee and I can't.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I was helping you out.
I thought you were gonna say you wake up and you're like, oh,
no, I can't. Like,
your body looking out for you.
I think in my dream it's like telling me to wake up to go to the bathroom, but I'm like, why can I pee? Like in my dream and shit. And then that's when I feel it. I'm like, okay, I gotta get up and go to the bathroom.
One time in my life that I peed in my sleep was fucking. So I was like on the Cartoon Network website, and like, we were playing games all the time on there. And so in my dream, I'm having like a random dream, and then I just end up in front of my computer. And I'm playing this game. It was like Camp Laszlo, like calendar maker. I'm making a calendar. And while I'm making the calendar, I was like, man, I gotta go pee so bad. And I was just like, yeah, let me just go right now. And so I just started peeing. And then like, as I'm sitting, I'm like, chilling, fucking happy as shit in my dream, making my calendar, peeing, like, no stress at all. I start waking up. As I wake up, that's when I realize like, I'm still peeing. I'm like, fuck. Like, oh, dude, luckily I was on my back though. And fucking like I just got like my fucking shorts and pants. And
also like nothing.
No, it eventually dribbled over. And so then I wake up like I'm like, what the fuck? I go to the bathroom, I clean up, I come back up. My mom's like, oh, look at that! Like I woke up early, took a shower.
Surprise, right?
That's what I tell them. I was like, oh, like I think I peed the bed. They're like, what?
Lecky, hey, she goes like, Lecky, you're 20 years old, man. Get it together.
I think I was like 5th or 6th grade, maybe.
So
11, 12 years old.
Like 12, yeah.
And so like my parents are like, dude, what the? Like, you're 12 years old. Like, what are you doing?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, like, they're yelling at me. I'm getting offended. I'm like, bro, I didn't want to.
You're acting like this is my fault.
Yeah,
have you seen how you treat me?
I was like, I didn't want to wake up covered in piss. Like,
exactly. I was dreaming that you were beating the shit out of me. That's why I peed.
Bro, my dad takes the mattress out to the balcony.
Oh my God.
Hosing it down, spraying it with every spray we had. He's like, look, it won't come out. It's still like it. I was like, we got bed sheets though. I was like, yeah. As long as it doesn't smell, I guess.
Like he takes his savings. Here you go, Dad.
Oh no,
$5.
$5. Bro. My allowance was like a quarter, and I was here in the U.S. He's like, oh, if you guys get good grades, if you do this, like you get, or if you do your chores, I'll give you a quarter a week.
That's a good way to motivate kids, bro.
That is
quarter?
true, yeah.
A quarter a week?
I was like a gumball for a week. I'm doing the dish or doing laundry, cleaning my room. It's like for a quarter, like instantly me and my brother are like, bro, we're getting scammed. Right? This is bogus.
It's gonna be $1.
I think this is inflation at its best.
No, we're like, hey, come on, like $5. You know, it's like get a bag of Skittles or like do something with it. Like be able to save up something like a quarter a week.
Yeah.
It's like, what would that be?
Like $1 a month?
Yeah, that'd be like what, $17 in a year? It's like, what am I gonna do with that?
Yeah, that's not nothing.
I remember I had to convince him. I was like, come on, like we'll wash the cars, we'll do this.
Yeah, you're adding chores to yourself.
Yeah, I was like, okay. He's like, all right. And then we ended up not doing any of it. We'd always be outside all day long. So like parents would come back from work and then we'd come back at like 9 something. Like by then my mom's like, all right, she already did it. Like my dad already did it. On the weekends though is where they wouldn't let us leave until we did it.
Ah, shit. But you're like, man, fuck it. A quarter a week doesn't sound too bad for not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Did you guys ever pee yourself in school? Now that we're talking about like peeing and sleep.
No, I've peed. No. I've never peed in school.
I've ran out of my class. My teacher didn't want to let me leave. I was like, I'm going. Like, there's no way.
No, dude. I did. I think the last time I did it was in 5th grade. But that's a problem. That was a problem. And it wasn't even my fault. It was my teacher's fault because I was in like English and Spanish, I think, at that point. So I think I had asked. I think I wasn't very like good at, I don't even know if it was the Spanish or I don't know. Point is, she just didn't understand what I was saying. So I like kept asking her like, can I go to the bathroom? And she's like, huh? Like she just wasn't understanding what I was saying. I was like, oh my God.
May I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was something stupid like
You're
that.
not saying it properly, George.
Right. So I'm like dancing. I'm already standing up in front of her. Like, can I, like, I'm like dancing. And then
let's reenact that scene. I'm the teacher.
I'm not about to be dancing right now.
Man.
No, so I'm like literally jumping, like crossing my legs, like, dude, like I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'm like telling her, I need to go to the bathroom. And then like the last time that I told her, I was already in front of her face, like, I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, huh? So at that point, I'm like, she's not getting it. So I'm like, I ran out of the classroom. But you know how the closer you get to the bathroom, the more you have to go. So at that point, I'm like already like in the bathroom. And I'm like trying to, like, you're like desperate. So I'm like, I'm trying to unzip my pants. By the time like I was able to like unzip it, it was just like so I was like, I didn't know. And dude, I was trying to like play it off. You know how they have the blow dryers? I was like I was standing there just frying. Yeah, it's like pissed. I'm like drying it. I'm trying to like dry it so that I can walk in and like pretend. Little did I know it was gonna smell like piss.
You ever wonder though, like in that moment, like if you were actually speaking English? Because like I have like memories now that I think back where like I'm not sure anymore. Like when I first moved here, like, because I'd have moments where like I try to talk to like some of the other classmates and shit, and like I'd be able to crack a joke like as an icebreaker, but then I'd say something afterwards and they'd just stare at me.
Oh yeah,
like just a blank stare, and then just go right back to what they were doing. And I was just for years I was like, what the fuck is like? What does that even mean? Like, the Americans are fucking weirdos. And like now I'm thinking back, like, what if I wasn't like, what if I threw in some words that were like Albanian and like I didn't realize, like I thought I was speaking English. Like I was using someone and they're just looking at me like, what did I even say?
That's me when I give a presentation, bro. Like I start throwing words in Spanish because I get nervous, bro. I'm like, oh, and then I catch myself and I'm like, oh shit.
Half of these episodes are like that too. Last episode we started in English and then it just goes to Spanish, and I didn't even realize that like, until like halfway.
We need to find out where we're sticking to.
I think we should stick to English, no?
Yeah.
It's like if you do Spanish, put subtitles.
True.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Problem solved.
I think it takes longer though. I don't know. I gotta find out.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to sit there and do
No, you don't have to translate everything. It just does it automatically for you. But I think you gotta do something on YouTube to like add them or something different.
But I would edit them too because I know it's gonna fuck it up.
That is true.
You say one word and the subtitles it says completely different thing. I didn't say that.
Nah, fucking. When it came to classrooms, like the only time I had the one time I had to run out of the class was because the teacher was saying no. Because a girl asked to go to the bathroom like 2 minutes before.
Oh,
I'm in the second grade.
That.
But I'm in the second.
I'm just gonna sneak into the girls' bathroom.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
I remember I was asking her. I was like, "Why does it matter?"
Right.
And she would like kind of like giggle and like not answer. I'm like, and now thinking back, it's like, well, what the fuck was wrong with that lady?
Yeah,
we're in the second grade. Like, I need to go pee.
Right.
Like I don't know. It was wild. To this day, like I'm still confused about that shit.
Now that you say that story, I remember when I was in sixth grade. I feel like I've told this story before a couple of times. Not sure if I told it here. In sixth grade. Why did I say sex grade?
Sex ed.
No.
Yeah, me too.
It was going there. I don't know why everybody went there. In sixth grade, you know how like they would like sometimes pull a couple like 5 kids to have like group readings. Like they would pull them and like read together and like kind of that way that she had more control over like the kids. Oh. So we would have that. Like my teacher would pull like 5 kids at a time in like groups to read together and kind of just like work with each other. So it was in sixth grade. And in the book, it talked something about like a tea bag. Like see, that's the thing. So like one of the kids read it and like, cause you had to read out loud. Yeah. And like, but they were talking, the story was talking about like an actual tea bag, but like the kid reads it like that and the teacher starts laughing. Mind you, she like, straight no, mind you, hold up.
Chill ass teacher.
No, she's straight MILF, like great MILF, like
man.
Everyone was like, literally every guy was like.
I think we all had that teacher in high school.
That was like our teacher. That was like everyone's teacher. Like that were like So she starts laughing. So I'm like looking at her like, what's funny about this? Because at that point,
you said sixth grade, right?
Sixth grade. So the kid read it. So and then when he read it, he starts kind of giggling because I guess I was just very slow. I wasn't.
See, it wasn't.
I wasn't very.
It was like dirty minded. It was that you guys didn't understand it. Because
no. She was dirty minded. He understood it because he had an older brother. I guess the older brother would like tell him like what things meant. I didn't have that. Like I didn't.
But I had an older brother. I guess it's.
But like the teacher's laughing with him. Like they're laughing with each other. Like he like giggling at like tea bag. Right now at that point I was like, what's funny about a tea bag? And then later on I found out what a tea bag meant. And I was like, I'm like, whoa, she's a little.
I found out what it meant when he told me. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, you didn't know what it was?
I was like, so what was she laughing?
Oh, see, like I didn't know that. Imagine 6th grade. I didn't know what that meant. I guess he knew what it meant because he was giggling. The teacher was giggling with him, but I was like, "What's funny?" But then now I'm like, "Oh, what a creep!" Like,
and I remember those reading sessions. That was like where I learned like how serious it is to spoil something. It's like we're reading a book. I forgot what it was about. This was like 5th grade, and we're all reading as a class, and so like we're not supposed to skip ahead. Like even if you find it interesting, like you have to be at the same pace as the class. Obviously didn't listen. So I started reading a couple of chapters ahead. And as I'm sitting there, like they're reading the book, I forgot what the fuck I said. Oh no, I think the teacher, I forgot how she found out that I read ahead. And so then she goes like, don't say anything. And of course, as a kid, now all of a sudden, like I'm sitting there like waiting, like I don't want to say anything, but I don't know, it'd be funny.
But it's like the more they tell you not to do it, the more you want to do it.
Dude, and I waited for like the perfect moment where it was like a cliffhanger type moment. Spoiled it. I've never had a class so fat just want to kill me, dude.
Turn on you.
Just the whole class immediately in the same time. Oh, what the fuck? Like just losing. No, this was 5th grade. They're like, come on. I remember just going like, oh my god. I got scared. I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, like what's the big deal? Like you're gonna read it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but we want to find out, like, when we read it. I was like, oh shit. Like I felt so bad. But in the moment, honestly, I got a little defensive. I'm like, yo, chill out.
Guys,
Go read it, bro. Go read it.
A week ago, you guys hated this book. You thought it was boring. Now it got good.
Oh, now you guys like it?
Now you guys liked it? You dumb motherfucker.
But then I had somebody spoil shit for me. And I was like, okay.
Now you get why they were so
You ever read The Hunger Games in high school?
Mhm.
Or
In middle school.
Middle school? I read it in
7th
high
grade
school.
when they came out.
Oh, shit. No, I read it in high school, bro.
I read it, but I think I read the first one. And I was just like, I couldn't get it. The ones that I really got into were what were they? Circuit du Freak or something like that?
Huh? Excuse me?
There were some like, it was like I forgot what it was. It was like about vampires or something like that.
That's Twilight.
No. It's here. I'll show you.
Goosebumps or
No,
You talking about The Hunger Games?
Cirque du Soleil?
Cirque the Freak or something like that. It was.
American Horror Story?
They have like a bunch of books.
Oh.
It's like that. That's what it's called. Cirque the Freak. I don't know. One of my classmates got me into them. They were really good. But it was like I don't know how to explain it.
One that I got into like around that same time, like 5th grade, was Magic.
Magic?
Spelled with a Y. instead
Magic
of an
Mike?
I. No, just Magic. So like, one was like one was magic, one was fire, one was something else. They were these thick ass books, but that had they didn't have too much like text. Like for some reason the text was really small on the page, but they were these thick books that I got, and those were the ones that like I remember I was reading all of them. Before that, like I couldn't give a shit.
I remember reading something that close to the Hunger Games. It's called The Scythe. The Scythe? Something like that.
Wait,
it's
might
like
be talking about the same book.
Really? Is it like a scythe? Like literally a scythe where like...
Oh, no. Never mind.
I can't remember if it's like that, but I do have it. I have it somewhere, dude. But it's like basically like after like apocalypse type shit. Like, the Hunger Games. No.
Oh.
It was literally just like a book about this guy, Septimus Heap. He was like a magical guy. And bro, it was like the first book that like as I'm reading it, I see it like as a movie.
Damn.
Like each scene is just playing out in front of me.
No
like
way.
I would completely like forget that I'm reading words on a page.
And you start playing a movie in your head. Yeah, dude.
And
That's
somehow I'm going page after page, and I don't even like if you ask me like what the page looked like because some of them had pictures, no idea.
Yeah.
I was just imagining the whole thing.
Yeah, that happened to me with that book. Like, and like I would finish that book and then go find the next one, and then the same thing, just a whole different movie playing in my head. That's crazy.
Those were fire. I remember the only reason I got into it was because they had every week they had that book thing at school where like if you read a certain amount of books and like you take like a quiz on it, they would give you ice cream.
Did you ever have those school? What was it? The book fairs where you could buy stuff. Dude,
my dad loved it. He wouldn't buy me anything else. Books? Oh hell yeah, let's go.
Hey, is it $1 per book? Let's go.
No, dude, my mom hated that because it would be like you could buy like a little eraser, and it's like $5. My mom would be like, "What do you mean you need $20?" Because there's like $5 per eraser, and she's like, "I'll just take you to Walmart."
Stupid.
Yeah.
My dad loved it because he wanted us to buy books, but I'd always buy something else because they always had like the toy section. Always buy something else.
Funny.
And he'd be like, "I'm not giving you money to buy toys."
Are you dumb? I'm not gonna give you any money. No, I never liked those book fairs. Like honestly, I never was to read books like that. I mean, I read them now, but like just to learn shit, you know, not to like entertain myself.
That's fair.
But I'm like, fuck that. I don't wanna spend time like reading a book when I could just see it online. Especially if it's like you know like what do they call it? Fiction books. If it's fiction books, I'd rather see it on the screen than reading it.
Oh, but I feel like it's a whole different. I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's a whole different experience when you're reading it because you imagine a whole different. Because when let's say like they be like the Hunger Games movie,
yeah,
like a lot of people are like, yeah, but the book's better.
Yeah,
the book's better because your imagination is your imagination, a lot more detail, and then they put a lot more details in the book, and then your imagination is wider. Like
it's your own movie, basically.
Like and then you're imagining a whole different. Like plot, a whole different like.
I'm telling you, like you make your own
everything,
movie, basically.
Yeah, and then like you go and watch the movie, and you're like, damn, like anticlimactic. Like that's not what I thought it was gonna be.
That's what I had with Hunger Games. When I saw it, I was just like, I didn't imagine that at all.
Yeah, see,
that was not like mine.
Who's this Cat Everdeen's girl?
Who's the director? Fuck this guy. That. I remember the whistling because I don't know. Did they mention that in the book at all?
Yeah, they do.
Because I remember I imagined I don't remember what I imagined, but I imagined a completely different whistle. Like I wasn't even close to the.
See, but that's the thing. That's like the person that made the movie probably thought the same things you guys were thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like this is the way I see it, type shit.
Oh yeah, he wrote it.
You know, but right, exactly. So
imagination sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm like, I just rather watch the movie because I'm like, I don't care what it like. You know what? Like, I just want to see how it is.
The thing is, the director usually isn't the author. The author's usually just like a producer.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's like if the director or the investors come in and they go, hey, listen, like this scene, like sure it fills in like a major plot hole in the thing, but it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna want to watch that. And people are like, what are you talking about? Like if you're in the story, you're gonna watch it.
All right. You read the book?
No, but I haven't. Go like, hey, well, we're gonna pull out then. Like we don't want it. This thing's gonna probably be a flop if you don't take that part out.
Like basically, like you do it have my way or you don't do it at all type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why movies end up different than the book.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Too much money.
Too much. Give me my money.
Yeah. I'm giving you my money, so you better make it how I want it.
No, that is that I can see that. But it's a good movie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I rewatched 13 Hours.
13 Hours?
It's a movie about the Benghazi attack in Syria.
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
Pretty much it's just they had like an outpost. It was a diplomatic outpost. So not an embassy. They would have ambassadors there, but no, it wasn't like an official embassy. Mm-hmm. So it'd just be like a house that they bought off like one of the villagers there that they then turned into like a outpost where they'd hang out. They try to get like better relations with the locals. Maybe try to talk with some of like the extremist groups that are there to kind of make them calm down, stop fucking killing each other. And the whole movie was this guy, Jack. It's all like based on a true story. And he goes in, it's like he's like pretty much ex-Marine that's working for the CIA. And like they mostly send him around as like a bodyguard.
Okay.
And so they go there. And at the time, the CIA was claiming that, there was protests there. And that led to people kind of freaking out and getting guns and then raiding the embassy or the outpost.
Okay. And
that was a complete lie. It was an actual coordinated attack by different terrorist groups outside the city that came, or even inside the city that came in because they wanted America out. They're trying to take control.
No way.
And so the whole movie is just them fighting them because it was 13 hours. It was a 13-hour battle.
Oh, okay. It
started around like 9-something p.m. till the morning. Just the whole night, they were just taking waves of guys that were just coming in. They would just come in from the side. They'd like lob grenades over the wall.
Damn.
Boom, explosions. All of a sudden, RPG, gunshots. And of course, these guys are Marines, bro. They're not even phased. They're just lighting these dudes up.
That's crazy.
But that movie was nuts just because of the actions that were taken by like our government and military. Because the entire time they're like, hey, we're about to get like really fucked up. Like they got 30, 40 dudes coming in at a time. Like I think it was like 4 or 5 of them, maybe 6. Like at the end, I think there was 6. I think they started with like 4. Then eventually it got up to like 6 something. But it's like 4 dudes against like total. I think it was like over like maybe 100 dudes. And it's like, how the fuck are they going to survive that? And so,
you know,
constantly asking for backup.
Barely.
You know how they would have survived that?
Huh?
calling the Mexicans.
Fly over to Syria.
Right.
we need you
y'all
guys.
help. I heard y'all beat the French.
We have 5 minutes and we'll be there. But like the main controversy in that movie was just the fact that like the government was just kind of like, and also the guy that they were working for that was like a CIA lead there. He just said like, so they had an ambassador there. That's when they started attacking. That's when the Marines were like, yo, let us go help. And the guy's like, no, you're not here for that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, well, they're going to fuck him up. Like the ambassador's going to die. Like, we can't have American lives lost. The guy's like, nope. He's like, I'm your boss. Like, I tell you what to do. It's like, you don't have a say in this. And then eventually, that's when it started getting bad. They start seeing explosions in the distance.
Right.
They're
Y'all take care
hearing
of it
constant
then.
gunfire. That's where he's like, and they're like, dude, we're going. Like, we don't care. Like, because they started, like, they bunkered in. They had like a safe haven inside the house. They light the house on fire. No safe haven, no. And so then that's when they finally go. That's when they have the other battles. But I think the main controversy, because I think Hillary Clinton eventually apologized for this, because she was one of the overseeing people. Like she knew what was going on in Benghazi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's crazy because I think it's like the anniversary today.
Oh, no,
no, tomorrow.
No, today's 9/11.
Yeah. 9/11. I think it started 9/11.
Today's 9/11?
Today's
Yeah.
9/11.
No way.
And so I think the attacks.
A minute of silence.
Yeah, let's do it in a silence.
Oops. I mean, no.
All right, we'll just pause it.
Now? Or
We could just
When do
pause
we-
it. We can do it
pause?
at the end.
Yeah, we can do it at the
no, we can do it now.
I'm just gonna do a minute and then.
Or do we do it now?
No, I'll edit it. I'll edit
it. No, that's why I even saw an article earlier. It was like Gen Z now. 9/11 is no longer off limits. It's a meme now.
Pretty
And it's
much at this point.
Yeah.
At this
Just
point.
like any other attack.
Right.
Eventually, you get distant enough.
you gotta take it. Also, it's been what 23 years since it happened. Like I get people
24
lost their sibling.
24 now.
24?
No,
No,
you
23. It was in 2001.
You're right.
21, so
I can't
it's
count.
24. It's 13 years. That's 13, no?
23.
What are you
Oh,
talking
23.
about? This motherfucker. What are you talking about, bro?
Big math. Dude. We're great at it.
You in the past, homie.
But pretty much, I think the attack was because of an anniversary for 9/11.
Mhm.
So they said, let's attack USA again. And then government holds back. They go like, oh, we do have a drone, but we're mostly just going to keep it for surveillance. Like, we're
Yeah.
not going to really shoot any missiles at these guys. They kept saying like, yo, like it, because it was like a hot territory. This is
Yeah.
after they killed Gaddafi.
Yeah.
So all the people there are fighting with each other. Like there's different groups trying to take power. And so if there's more than one group, they're going to kill each other. They're just going to be like, hey, you know what, listen, I know you want to take over, but fuck you guys. Your
Right,
rules are
right.
bullshit. Like I think we got way better. Like we actually have this dude. He's probably the prophet. Like,
Right.
He's
right.
way like you guys are just a bunch of randoms. Like, you know, just
Look,
join
using
us.
sticks and rocks. The fuck? They're gonna start using missiles. These
RPGs.
motherfuckers using missiles.
But yeah, no, it was a cool movie to watch.
Nah. Bro,
23.
going back
It's
to,
been 23
going back
years.
to like 9/11 and
It's
shit.
been 23 years.
23, yeah.
23 years. That's what I said, right? 23 years.
Yeah. Let's do a moment.
Guys, we forgot.
Talking about like that, like I can just picture or like imagine what it felt like going back to the airplane things. Like, you know,
I have to pee.
going in
You said you
9/11.
have to pee?
Should I go really fast?
Yeah,
Go
why
And I'll
not?
be back.
Go ahead.
We'll keep it going.
continue.
Yeah.
I was just saying that I can you imagine being in that situation, bro? Where like I don't know where like they tell the announcement, all right, this is it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your flight for
You're
tonight.
all gonna die.
I'm your pilot. No, fucking.
I'll be fucking damn.
I wonder
bro.
how long it would take. Well, I mean, they probably noticed right away because the dude's shooting like, you know, I have a bomb. Like, you know,
Right.
let me in the front.
Right.
And so, like, you know, right away, and you're like, fuck.
What
But
the
I'm-
fuck are you gonna do, bro? At that point, like, where are you gonna go, anyways?
Do it. I
You
mean,
know,
there was that one group that tried to fight him.
but they still
Because-
died, anyways.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not a pilot trying to fly.
But yeah, but at the same time, they fucking died anyway. Oh boy, they took control over the plane, so he didn't have no bombs on him.
So now, no, so what happened was terrorists took over and they were flying so low that people had signal on their phones.
Oh yeah,
And so they started calling like their family and shit.
Yeah.
And this one dude talking to his wife, he's like, hey, we got a group of like 5 of us, whatever. He's like, we're going to raid it. Like, we're going to break in and we're going to take over this plane again. And that's where it's like iffy. They don't know if they did or not, because they probably did, just because I think their target was either the White House or I forgot which building it was. There was another building that they were going to attack. And instead of that, they kind of leveled off and tried to land like in a field.
Yeah.
but obviously didn't calculate it right.
Right.
So they kind of went into some trees too and just disintegrated.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, there was nothing left.
Fuck.
That's one of the major conspiracies. Oh no, or was that the Pentagon? No, actually, I think both of the crashes, people like one of the main conspiracies is like, where's the debris?
Makes sense. Where the fuck
when a
is
plane crashes, like, there's nothing there. It's just like dust and like,
right.
Where did it all go?
Right.
And now, of course, that could be because like when they actually recorded it actually no, because they recorded right away.
But didn't they also like took control over the one that was gonna hit the Pentagon? And it didn't.
No, that one hit the Pentagon.
It did.
Yeah,
barely though.
Yeah, true. They hit
Barely.
a little low.
Yeah, it was like a corner.
But what was crazy though, the spot that they hit was a spot that they just happened to reinforce recently.
It's locked.
Somebody random walks in. You're all good. But
Nah,
apparently, like the spot that they hit in the Pentagon was recently reinforced.
No way. Oh yeah,
And it's like-
It's been reinforced, no?
No, like that specific section. Like the rest of it hadn't been updated yet. Just that spot that it hit. That's why it wasn't that bad. Like the explosion could have been way worse. It could have really fucked shit up, but
Yeah.
it was more contained because of it. And it's like, it's a little odd.
Yeah.
A little convenient. Excuse me.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And there was a lot of things behind it, bro. Honestly, there was a lot of things that they're saying that was behind the 9/11 attacks.
I've heard both sides.
Isn't
But I
it like
guess-
Bush
yeah,
did
for both
9/11?
sides.
That's the meme. That's the classic.
You know what's the worst part,
The
bro?
Bush-
That like innocent lives end up in the middle of everything, bro. It's like two powerful motherfuckers trying to get over, like, you know, who's more powerful and shit. Like, I'll take your shit and I'll take it back, whatever.
When
And then
innocent
there's
people pay for it.
bro.
Bro, and apparently like the guy that was like the leader, like from the Al Qaeda that was deciding that, or was it Taliban? I think Al Qaeda, right?
I don't fucking know.
Either way. Fucking apparently the guy that was like in charge of the attack, like the brains behind it that was designing it, apparently he wanted to hijack like 12 planes.
No way.
And hit like every major city, every major building, like in one go. And that's when Osama came in as like, yo, bro, chill. Like, you know, like
right.
you're a little like enthusiastic. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but like, you know, relax. Like, wait, I gotta coordinate this shit.
Right.
And apparently, like, that's how they only like got down to like what I think it was 4 planes.
4. Yeah, 4. I think.
Yeah.
4.
2 or 3 hit, and then 1 hit the forest.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is wild.
I was just asking him like, how would it feel in the moment, like when you're in that plane? If you would have been one of the passengers in that plane, bro.
And I've been watching videos on like plane crashes and how they happen. And like they talk about somewhere, like one, I think this was in New York, airplanes taking off.
Yeah.
And he fucked something up where he went into the wrong setting. I think flaps went up too early. And so now his plane is like slowly stalling. So like when you stall, like you become less stable.
Okay.
And so he's trying to correct it. And he like, you have these like foot pedals that kind of adjust like your tail. And he hits it way too hard. And so because of like the wind, like wind pressure and like him hitting it, it snaps off. And they just immediately crash right back down.
Damn.
And it's like, imagine that moment where you're sitting and you just hear like a big ass noise. And like in these moments, the pilots, depending on what's going on, like they might be too busy to go like, hey guys, like, you know, we're going to crash. Yeah. It's like, they're just going to crash. Like all of a sudden you just hear like a boom, like a loud ass noise. You look back, you all of a sudden can see the ground out of your window. And it's like, are we fucking crashing right now? Everyone starts screaming. Whoever's not buckled up flies into the ceiling. You're like, oh, fuck. Chaos, bro.
Imagine you wake up, you were sleeping, you wake up, you see all that shit. You're like, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, it's white. And then you see Jesus.
Turbulence is crazy.
Now, I remember what was it, like last year when I flew from Arizona back to Chicago, we had to like go around because I guess we couldn't land yet. So the guy ended up flying towards the city and we were going towards Chicago. So I was like, I didn't know you could do that. I thought that was illegal. So we're literally going to downtown and I see out the window we're literally by downtown and I was like,
oh my god, I'm gonna cry 11 part 2. No.
I really thought that, and then he goes past the lake and I'm like, oh, where is he? No, it got even worse because I'm like, where is he going past the lake?
I kind
I'm
of thought
like,
that same thing too.
I was like, now he's going towards New York because if you're going going that way, that's going. If you're going that's east.
Yeah,
we're going east. We're going towards New York, so I'm like, oh
wait,
no.
So where are you flying?
To Chicago from Arizona. But like,
and then he did like,
he had to go do like a U-turn. Like, but I didn't know you could go to downtown. I thought that was illegal to fly into the city. So I'm like, we're going to the city, and I'm like, oh, that was scary. That was pooping bricks. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we should take a moment of. Well, we can like edit a moment of silence for 9/11.
I'll just put a message and then we'll cut it.
Yeah.
All right. I think. Right. I think it's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, this was a good episode. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Lecky.
Thank you, Lecky.
We had a good time. This was Chisme de Copas. We hope you guys have enjoyed this.
And if you're sensible and
So
you don't
far?
want to listen to this, don't not listen to it.
Sensitive.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Yeah, what I say?
Sensible.
Oh yeah, it's sensitive. there you go.
Language arts.
Language. What you said?
English arts.
English arts. That's what I said last one. Right? English arts. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Adios.